Hey there, welcome back. So in the last video, we stopped at this nav component, and so there was an error. So that was nothing but the cache error, next cache error. So I executed this command, so that got removed. So if you see the output, so this is how the output is. So this logo, title, and the download button. So if you try to reduce it to the medium screen, the tech title download title is not being displayed. Fine. So that was the idea to write the two divs. Okay, fine. So now let's go ahead with the next part, development in this editor page. So in the editor page, we have added the nav. So now after this comes the show model part. So that means if a show model is true, we should display the download download model. So this is nothing but as soon as we click on download button, it should show in center of the screen that it has been downloaded and so on, so something like that. Okay, so here, so this is the thing that we would be building here. So let's go ahead and write a component for this. So in components, I will add a component called download model. Okay, so let's second, so let me name this as download model. Fine. So here we'll write the simple component, and okay, so name export const download model. Okay, and here the prop will be passing is set show model, and in this I would need the use translation t object. So this is this import this destructure. So from next 18, okay, and this is translation. I need the editor content. So this is all. So now let's create one empty fragment and then start writing divs in this. Okay, so the styling, I'll make it as a fixed position. Okay, and z index I'll give us 10, so that will lie on top of all divs in vertical stack. Okay, and insert is 0, and also overflow y I'll give as auto. Okay, fine, and the role I'll give as dialog, and this just area model let's give as true. Okay, now inside we'll create one more div which will have the all content. Okay, that is items in, and justify center, and height will give us minimum height of the screen, that is this, and padding top as a little padding top 4, and padding x direction as 4, and the bottom will give more 20 something, and text make sure it lies in the center, and if it's a small screen, the display will make as a block, and the small screen padding all directions as 0. Okay, so now we will write now one more div. So this is nothing but in this we'll write one span, it's kind of a little trick to make sure this it lies in the center of this screen. Okay, so let me write this. So this also I'll make it as a fixed, and insert 0 background I'll give as a gray, something like light of 500, and BG opacity as 75 something. Okay, and transition opacity. Okay, now on click, this is where if clicked, we will make sure the model will be closed. Okay, we'll call the set show model callback function, and this model will be closed. Okay, fine. So now this span is to just trick will be hidden, and if it's a small screen inline block, and if it's again a small screen, align in the middle, and small at screen. Okay, so yeah, this is just a span to make sure that the content of the model, I mean the model, will be in the center of the screen. Okay, so this is this. Fine, there is nothing in this span. So after this span, we will add a div completely. This is the actual content of that model. Okay, so we'll make this as inline block, and align the bottom and background. I'll make it as white, and a rounded LG on all the corners, and padding X 4, padding top 5, and the padding bottom I'll give it as 4, and the text as left. Okay, and the overflow, I don't want the scroll bar to be seen hidden, and the shadow, it's extra large, and we'll apply transform. Okay, transform, and transition all, and if it's a small screen, we will give margin y direction as 8, and small screen align middle. Okay, and again if it's a small screen, max width I will give as max width small, and if it's small width as full, and again if it's small padding 6. Okay, so this is that div. Now we will add the div and start adding the content. So here p tag, so p tag will make this as a text as bigger, and text as center. Okay, and here the icon, we'll add one icon here, a kind of celebration icon. Okay, so for now I'll add this, and the next div here, margin top will give as 3, and text center, and if it's a small screen, margin top as 5. Okay, so then h3, this is where we will write the main content, that is like download readme generated, like kind of something like that. So I'll make text as large, and leading 6, font I'll make type as medium, and text I'll give gray color, dark one. And so here so since we're using translation, so I'll directly use the T object. So that is download readme generated. Okay, so this is nothing but so if I go and show you thing, so here download readme generated, so that's the thing we added here. So that component download model. Okay, then next I will add the div where for my Twitter link, and if you want to add buy me coffee icon as well, you can go ahead and add it. Okay, so for now what I'll do is class name and text I'll make as small, and text gray color, make this 500. Okay, and here I will write this download reach out. content, okay, and give the space here. So the download recharge content is this. This is thanks for using this. Please feel free to reach out to me. Okay, so that is the thing. And then here I'll introduce the anchor tag beneath this, and then I'll mention my username. Okay, so you will give you my Twitter link. Okay, and target is blank so that it will open a new tab, and some styling for this. So I'll make this as a green color, 500, and the hover ring I'll change to lighter green color. Okay, so lighter green color, and here I'll mention this as a Twitter and give some space, and then I'll have here download feedback thing. Okay, yeah, and then beneath this p tag I'll add one more p tag and style it. Okay, this outside of this. Okay, styling is make text as small and the text gray color like 500 and margin top as 3. Okay, and here I'll add the download coffee content. So that is nothing but this. If you found this product helpful, consider supporting with a cup of coffee. So that's just if you want to add a buy me coffee related content. Okay, then finally after this div I will add div related to this buy me coffee div. Okay, you guys can also add, let me know if you want me to show the how to add this widget as well. So if you guys need that, please comment in the comment section, so I'll try to make one video out of that too. Okay, fine. So this styling is margin top 5, and if it's a small margin top I'll increase little more, and x direction as auto, and display I'll make this as a flex, and justify center. Okay, fine. Then I'll add here one big anchor tag I'll add here. So this would be the image of my coffee widget. Okay, and finally if you want to add another thing, you can go ahead and add. So this is pretty much I wanted to add in this download model component. Okay, so now we'll go back to the editor. So here instead of this div, we'll call that download model component. Okay, so let me go there and import that. So download model and the set show model, I'll pass that this one. Okay, I think yeah. So yes, so if you go now, I don't think there will be. Hey, let's check now. Okay. Maybe there's no content section plus we'll worry about this later point. So yeah, so that's the purpose of it. So next we'll go and design the main page content. So make this as a flex, and if it's a medium padding x direction I'll make 6, and if it's a medium again padding top as 6. Okay, fine. So this is the this div is for the left sections column, and the other I will write is the edit preview. Okay, I mean that edit preview container. So here class name we'll make this as a flex, and the flex is 0, and a drawer height which customly we defined in the styles.css. Okay, and make this as absolute, and medium as static, padding 6, okay, medium padding 0, and the background is white, and if it's a medium background we'll make it as a transparent, and a shadow, okay, and medium shadow none, and we'll give the index for this, okay, so 10, and if it's a medium set as 0, okay, and apply transform, and transition transform duration as 500, and he's in out, okay, and here I will add for drawer case as well, I mean drawer class, okay, this y will eventually. So here what I'll do, I will define one variable which will store style depending on show drawer or not, okay, so here I will name this as drawer class. If it's a show drawer, I mean just for the, this is for smaller streets, okay, so with this I'll make this as a translate x full the reverse direction, and also if it's a medium transform none, okay, yeah, so I'll apply that here, so that is what this one is, and in this div we should create here one sections column component. So for now if I say here sections column, and here beneath this we will create one more component called edit preview container, so that's where we'll be able to edit and see the preview and draw section of the markdown. So here like kind of edit preview container we can say. So let's try and see what so since we gave it as flex 0, so it will, so actually they will lie in the next to each other, but depending on the content they will adjust, okay, so now we will focus on sections column component, and then we will shift to the edit preview container, okay, yeah, so now going to the sections column, I will create one component named one second, sections column, okay, node.js. So before this I would like to create two more components, one for the each card, like that is like kind of a sortable item, so that would be like draggable and also, right, so in that there will be a title and the reset icon and the delete icon, so that component, and the one more is for the adding the custom section. So when the user clicks on add custom section, some model in between in center of the screen should open, and give him the flexibility to add the title for that, okay, so first I will add the sortable item, okay, so let's create that, name this as sortable item, okay, so we will here we will use a lot of dnd-kit sortable hook, okay, so let's name this as sortable item, and it receives props, and here we will destructure the attributes, I mean properties from usesortable of dnd-kit sortable, so this is this, so use sortable from, okay, so we will destructure here first this attributes and the listeners, and then set node ref, so these are all available in its official documentation of it, so if you guys want more info on that you can go to that in dnd-kit documentation, refer that. Okay, so transform and transition, and use this usortable, and id would be props.id. I mean, for each sortable item we need to have an id. Okay, so that is this. And also we will import the css from dnd-kit utilities. Okay, so dnd-kit utilities. Okay, fine. So here I will define that into style object. Here transform will apply for this css dot transform dot to string transform. Okay, and transition. So this style will have the transform and transition attributes, and then so we will write the template for this, and we will have the ref, that is set node ref, and styling will give the above attribute which we have created, and also pass all the css these attributes of use sortable. Okay, and on click, what should we do on clicking this, and also will support the keyboard navigation. So on key up, what should we do? Okay, that is something we should write about. And also the now the styling. Okay, the class name. So here it will vary, so let's make background as white, and make this as shadow, and rounded empty in all the corners, and padding left as 1, and padding right as 14, padding right as shape 2. Okay, make display as a flex, items center. Okay, and the cursor is pointer, and focus outline none. Focus, I'll make it as outline none, and focus again some rig properties also will add, so ring is 2. And if it's again focus, we'll keep some ring offset and also ring color. So ring offset is 2, and if it's a focus, again I will make a color as a green, lighter green color, and make this as a relative, and select none. Okay, so and here comes the dynamic styling. So that is if props dot this props dot section dot slug is equals to props dot focus to section slug, so here the highlight would be different. Okay, so highlighting we will do differently. So for this condition check, so if it's same as the focused one, we'll give the ring as 2, and also green color for that, so that it will stand apart from all unfocused section. Okay, or else it will just be empty. Okay, so that is the thing for this list tag. So before going further, we'll try to write on click what should be the function called when it's clicked, and also key up. Okay, so what I'll write is for on click, I'll write function named as on click section. So on click section, we make use of local storage, and set item in current focused ring, and that is by passing the id, and also props dot set focused section slug will pass this id. Okay, so that is one thing. And next on key up, so what we'll do is I'll name that as on key up as a function name, and here event as input parameter. So we'll check if e dot key dot to lowercase, let's convert into lowercase, lowercase, okay, and here we'll call that list section, okay, fine. So we'll pass here those two functions. So if key that is pressed is enter, so we will make that particular section as focused, so that is calling this function inside that, okay. So in this we will add the actual kind of button thing, so make this as type as button, okay. We'll make this as a button, and the class name, okay, we'll do some styling for this. Margin top as 1, so not top, so let's give as right, so that we can add a reset and delete button, okay. And the focus outline none, and focus ring as 2, okay, and the focus ring offset as 2, and the focus I will give color for this as 400, okay. And pass all the things, the listeners which you have taken from use sortable thing, and here we'll add the image, that drag image, okay, kind of like a 6 dots, okay. So that is will give the height and width as 5 for this, and so should be drag.switch which is present in the public folder. And then next is we'll add p tag for the section name, so that is props dot section and name, okay. And then if section slug is equals to focus section slug, the thing which we would be displaying will be different, okay. So let's check that condition. If props dot section dot slug is equals to props dot focus to section slug, okay, if that is equal, only we will render this, okay, or else not, okay. Here that is nothing but if it's focused only, we will display the reset and delete button, okay. So we'll make this as focus outline none, just some styling, okay, outline none, and focus again during level 2, and the focus ring offset as 2, and again give some green color like 400, let's say, and make this as absolute, and right will give us 8 something, and make this as a button. And if on click is called, so here we will define one more function, kind of on click reset, which I will define in just in a few seconds, okay. And here in this we will give the image tag that like a reset icon, okay. So we'll make width as auto, and height I'll give us 5, okay. And the source is reset SVG, and let's name this as something like reset icon, okay. Yeah, so this is for the reset button, and similarly the same way we'll try to add for the delete as well. So button, and give the class name for this. So the styling and all will be pretty much the same. So focus, I'll make it as outline none, and focus again ring as a 2, and focus ring offset as 2, okay. And focus ring, make this green color, so 400, and absolute, and right 2, okay. So make this again as a type button on click, we'll define one more function kind of like on click trash. So what should happen on clicking the trash icon? So we just have to delete that. Okay, so again here we'll add image tag, and that is width as 2 and height as 5, and so it will be trash tag svg, and alt us as a trash icon, something like this. Okay, so here now we'll define the on click reset and on click trash functions. So that in that what we will do is like, so let's write first on click trash. So here event will be the input parameter. So here we will just call callback function, that is on delete section, and pass the that slug. Okay, so and now in on click reset, what we'll do here again, input parameter will pass as event, and here section reset confirm, we'll ask for are you sure like you want to go ahead and reset things. So here what the content will display, the section will be reset to default template. To continue, okay, to continue click OK. This is what will display on the window. Okay, if he presses, so now we'll check if that section confirmed is equals to true, then we will call the on reset callback function on the past props. Okay, that is on reset section. I will pass that slug, section slug. Okay, so these are the things. I think this is pretty much in this component sortable item. So next, one more component that is left for us is the custom section. So this okay, this also will try to finish it off. So here the component name is custom section .js. Okay, so here we will name this again as custom section. So the input parameters that it will be receiving is set templates and set selected section slugs. So set selected section slugs and also set focused section slug. Okay, and also is page refreshed, that is also needed, and also set add action. Okay, so yeah, so first thing we would need if should keep track of this custom section should be displayed on the screen in the center of it or not. Like this is when, like if the user clicks on custom section plus icon, we will display in the center of the screen the model kind of, and ask him to give the name for it. Okay, so for that to keep track of like should show or not, we'll use this show model variable. Okay, so set show model, and initially I will initialize it as a false, and one more thing, what title is going to set, that is this. So initially we'll make it as empty string, and then I will destructure and take save backup from use local storage. Okay, so that is save backup use local storage. Okay, and obviously I need the object for translation, use translation, and here I need the editor JSON, so I should import this. Okay, 1 second. Why this? Okay. Import use state from React. Why they are defined this way, I have no idea. So let me change to this. Okay, so here I will use local storage and import use translation from next item next, and from React only I would need. Okay, for now that is the thing. Okay, yeah. So now we'll keep one input ref, that is make use of reference. Okay, and now we'll start defining the template. So here we'll make use of the Atlas UI React. Okay, so we will import the transition part. So I think it's not, I don't know why the autocomplete is not working. So I'll import the dialog and transition. Import dialog and transition from Atlas UI React. Okay, fine. So this is where this all code will be available in its documentation, but for now I'll try to explain this part alone. Okay, so transition dot root, then show, here we'll pass that show model variable and this as fragment. Okay, and here we will use the dialog component as div and class name as, give some styling for this. Okay, we'll make this as fixed and z as 10 and insert as 0 and overflow in y direction as auto. Okay, and initial focus I will give that input reference, and on close we will make such show model as false. Okay, yeah, show model as false. Just a second, and inside this we will define the divs. Again we'll make this display as flags and items, and justify content as center. Okay, and height, minimum height of a screen. Padding top will give us a 4, padding extraction as 4, and padding bottom as 20. And text I'll give it as, make sure it line the center, and if it's a small screen display will change it to block. Again, if it's a small screen, as padding at 0. Okay, and here the transition child, and this will make to act as a fragment. Okay, so here I think I didn't import this. This is from fragment from React. Okay, so here as fragment, again enter, we will give some animation here like ease out and duration to 300, and enter from, give opacity as 0, and enter to opacity as 100. Okay, and leave again some animation is in duration is 200. Okay, and leave from, I will give opacity as 100. Okay, and leave to opacity as 0. So this is pretty much here transition. The child, again here we will display the dialog dot overlay. Okay, overlay and give some styling for this class name. Make this as fixed. Insert 0 PG gray background. We will make it as 500 and the background as opacity 75 and transition as opacity. Okay, so that is pretty much for this. Then next again we'll create one span. We're kind of tricking the browser into centering the model contents, and then this pretty okay, fine. So I'll write that span. Okay, so this again some styling for this, same like we did for this download models or something like that. So we'll make this again use a small screen as inline block, and if it's a small screen again align will be middle, and also small screen height will be the height of the screen. Okay, and area hidden just this, we'll give this as a true. Okay, and here the some text code I'll give. Okay, fine. So this span is just to trick the browser, as I said again. So again now we will add one more transition child. So this time again the stylings remains the same, kind of like as fragment. Okay, we'll make it as act as a fragment. On enter we will give this animation as ease out and duration as 300. Okay, and again if it's entering from, so simple the animation for this in all directions, enter from enter to leave from leave to, will give some animation for this. Okay, enter from, I will give this as opacity as 0. Okay, and translate y direction 4, and if it's a small screen translate as y direction 0, and if it's a small screen scale to 95. Okay, something like this, and enter 2, same opacity as now the opacity is 100, and translate y direction 0, and small scale as 100, and leave is in just opposite to about what we defined, like is into duration 200, and leave from opacity as 100, and translate y will make it as 0, and small screen scale as 100. Okay, and leave to opacity will make it as 0, and translate y direction is 4, and if it's a small screen translate again y direction 0 on small scale 95. Okay, fine. So that's the thing. Now inside this we'll create the divs to fit in the actual dialog title, and then input reference, I mean input div and all that stuff, and also the button to add section and also to cancel. Okay, so if that is done, that should be pretty much. Let's see yeah, how much it is to add again. So we'll create a div. So the class name, make this as inline block. Okay, and align bottom, and make background as white. Okay, and rounded SLG in all directions, and padding it's 4, padding top I'll give it as a 5, and padding bottom give as a 4. Okay, and the text would be left, and overflow hidden, and again shadow, will add the shadow as Excel, and transform, and transition in all direction. Okay, and if it's a small screen, margin y direction as 8, and again a small screen align is middle, and a small screen max width as large, and if it's a larger screen, make width as full, and small screen padding is 6. Okay, yeah. So now in this we'll add the div, and in this we will go for div again and margin top and give as a 3 and text as a center. This is where we'll add actual title and other stuff we need in the this custom section model. Okay, so here again dialog dot title. Okay, and this will make it as an h3, and class name, give some styling for this like text as large, and leading as 6, and the font type would be medium, and text I'll give as gray to 900. Okay, and here the title would be like new custom section. So this is what the title would be, and then next we would have the div for the input box, input div. Okay, so here again give the div and give margin y direction for, let's say, 4, and here add input semantic tag, and give the pass the reference for this, the which we have defined above, so that is input ref. Okay, and then make this type as a text, and give the name for this as title, again id as title, and on change of content in this input div, we will call the set title thing, so that value will be set into the title variable. Okay, so that is e dot target dot value. Okay, and give some styling for this. So shadow, will use shadow as small, and padding in all directions as 2, and focus outline none, and see if it's a focus, and give ring as 2, and give some offset and color. Okay, give color as greenish green, like something like 400, and display I'll make as a block, and width full, and if it's a smaller screen, text will make it as small, and border, give gray color for this, something like this, 300 lighter one, and rounded empty. Okay, yes, so that's the styling, and the placeholder we will give is as the section title. Okay, just to indicate the this is the place where you should add your section title. Okay, so this is the input div, so that is done. So next the thing is adding the buttons part. Okay, for add section button or cancel button. So for this we will style here, give some again margin top 5, and small, if it's a small screen give more margin, and if it's a small screen make it as a display, I mean grid, display as a grid, and small screen columns as 2. Again, if it's a small screen will have a gap of 3, again grid. This is for small screen only. If it's like wide screen, grid flow row base. Okay, so this styling is done. Next we'll go for the button. Okay, so here we'll make this type as button, and then give class name some styling here, make give width as full, and inline flex. Okay, and justify content as center and rounded as MD, and give some border for this, and border as transparent. Okay, and give some shadow as SM, and padding X direction 4, and padding Y direction as 2, and give background color some green color. So let's say it's like little not thick, not thin too, and give some text base. So we'll give a lot of styling here, text base. Okay, and font as medium, font type as medium, and color for that we'll give as a white. And if it's forward, we'll give background again as a green color, something like 600. And if it's a focus, outline none, again give some ring. Okay, and if it's a focus, give some ring offset as 2. Okay, and similar, give some color, that is something like this. I'll give green 400. Okay, and if it's a small screen, call start, let's let it start at the second column. And if it's a small screen, again text I want it to be small, and disabled the opacity should be 50, something like 50. Okay, this is the styling for this button. And then if it's disabled, the thing should be not title. Okay, and on click will be add custom section, which I will define above. Okay, add custom section, fine. So now we'll give the title for this button, that is add section. And one more button we'll add beneath this for canceling it if we don't want it to if you don't want to add. Okay, so here we'll give the same as button, again type as button, and gives the styling for this, margin top 3, width is full, and make this as inline flex, justify center. Okay, and rounded as MD, I mean borders, and border I'll make as transparent. So not transparent, let's give some color. Okay, gray 300, and shadow SM, and padding X direction I'll give as 4, and padding Y direction as 2. Okay, and BG background will give as white, and the text as base, and the font type as a medium. Okay, and the text will give some gray color, some let's say 700, and hover will give BG as gray color. Okay, let's say it as a 50. Okay, and again same we'll go for focus part. So outline as none, and focus ring as 2. Okay, and then focus give ring offset as 2. Okay, and focus give some ring green color, that is 400. And if it's a smaller screen, margin top I'll give as a 0. And if it's a smaller screen, I'll make sure it start at first column. And if it's a smaller screen, again I'll make little text smaller. Okay, so that was the styling for this button. So now on click thing, so if it's on click, so we will set show model as false. Okay, so and then give title for this as cancel. So this is the styling for this custom section. So one more thing is pending. So beneath this we will add the custom section header, I mean kind of button, okay, with some svg. So this one again will have margin border as 3 and have here again button, make this as a flex, and items center, justify also center, and make this display as block, width full, height as full, and padding y as 2, okay, and padding left I'll make this as 3 and padding right 6. Background I'll make this as a white, okay, and font I'll make it as bold, okay, and then same almost will remain same, okay, like rounded as MD, okay, medium, and give some shadow, and make cursor as a pointer, focus, so I'll focus again as outline none, and focus ring we give as a 2, okay, and ring offset I'll give as 2, and focus again give some ring green color, okay, some 400, okay, that was thing, and then make this type as button, and on click set show model as false, not this, yeah, pass this, not show true, okay. So this is nothing but like plus icon, okay, fine. So that for this one, and here inside this we'll add the one svg, and give the title, give one span for the title, so margin left as 1, and here that's where actual thing like custom section will be defined, okay, fine, custom section will give this, and I have the svg set here, so I'll take that, that is this one, so I'll take this and use it here, okay. And we forgot to add this one function, that is add custom section, right? So this is how it looks like, add custom section, and input parameters, and once he clicks on add section we will trigger this function. So we will set show model as false, and we will take one variable and try to give the content for this like as a slug with custom hyphen prepended text with the title content to lowercase, and replace with this replace with all the spaces with hyphen, okay, so kind of like this, spaces and with the hyphen, okay, fine. So next give the name for this as the title, and markdown, okay, I'll give this as some header, title, okay. So yeah, so that is the section, just defining to the shape of the object that we have set in our data section templates. Now we will set item local storage, that is current focus slug, current focus slug to this section, okay, so that this would be highlighted, and now we'll shuffle the templates, overall templates as well. So take new templates new templates would be all previous one plus the current section, okay, which we have added, and call that save backup thing. So here we'll save this new templates one and return new templates, okay. So this is that part, okay. And here we will set page refresh to false, again set add action to true, and set selected section slugs to previous, and previous plus this current and the current section slug, okay, the custom one, and set focused section slug to the local storage dot get item current focused slug. Okay, so this is what the add custom section does. Okay, pretty much the thing we need in this custom section thing, we're almost added whatever we wanted. Now we'll go back to the editor page, okay, and not editor page, the sections column, right? So now we should deal with this sections column. So we'll try to finish this very big one. So I think we'll stop for now and continue the sections column and editor preview. That's very, again, very big one. So let's see. Yeah, thank you.